I guess the first thing I'd like to do before I actually start the presentation is talk a little bit about some administrative things here. First of all, this is a survey type workshop. So I'm going to be covering a lot of things about coupon advertising, not necessarily what my company does, but it's all about coupon advertising from the high level down to the small startup mom and pop. And because I'm at an incubator tonight, I'll try to emphasize more of the smaller companies and the startups and things of that nature. The workshop that I'm going to give tonight consists of basically slides. I use a liberal use of graphics because I hate just looking at words after words after words after words. I try to beef it up a little bit. As I go through this, I'll try to give you samples of what I'm talking about and talk about samples. I will give you examples of what I'm talking about, and I will fly through some areas but concentrate on other areas. In terms of a break, we can take a break as needed. If not, we'll just go right through it. I'll try to go as fast as I can. After the workshop, then I'll take any questions as long as you want, but I prefer to do that after the workshop so we don't just drag this on and on and on. Oh, another thing, after the workshop there will be a test. It'll be a little test, but there will be a test. You'll like this test. Now, I don't know what the hell are you talking about. Okay, the first thing when I start these workshops, what I like to do is to sort of frame coupon advertising into the overall business process. Just what in the heck is we're talking about in the total business process. And the best way I can describe that is when you look at the very high level business process, you've really got about three major things. You've got manufacturing. Somebody's going to make something or make a service, provide a service or something like that. The next thing that they're going to do is they're going to try to swap it, sell it, do something with it. And that's the second phase of a business process. And the third phase is once you do all of that, you're going to do some sort of recording. And that's bookkeeping, accounting, financials, analysis, and things of that nature. To me, those are the three high-level things of any business process. But I'm going to talk about the first two of them. So when we talk about a manufacturing and we're creating something, a service or a product, we're going to do something with it. And we're going to try to give it or sell it or barter it or change it or swap it with somebody. And a lot of times that other entity that we're talking about is called customer. And what we're trying to do is swap all of this to customers, and somebody said, well, let's call that sales. So we're going to sell these things that we're making or providing. Then somebody said, okay, fine, but how do I sell these products and services to other people? And somebody else came along and said, I'll tell you what, let's call that marketing. See where I'm going with all of this. Okay, so now we know marketing, customers, sales, coming down to marketing, and then somebody said, okay, but how do we sell and how do we market? How do we do that? And it all came down to, well, we have to find ways to communicate with that customer, to tell them what we have, when it's available, how much is it, et cetera, so on. So then a bunch of people said, yeah, but all that's great, but how do we now communicate all of this? So somebody over here said, I'll tell you what, let's call that advertising. So we're going to advertise all this. And somebody said, okay, how do we do that? Well, we can do that with radio, with TV, with newspapers, et cetera, so on. Once upon a time, somebody said, okay, we need to come up with some sort of special thing that makes all of this advertising, marketing, sales, custom, something that's really, really special that stands out from everything else. It gets people's interest, right? Isn't that what communication, advertising, and so that's what it's all about, right? So somebody said, let's develop little pieces of paper and let's call that coupons. And we'll have special sales, special events, special things that'll just get their attention and they'll just want to come talk to us and buy and et cetera, so on. That's what we're talking about, is coming down that chain, drilling deep into this business process, manufacturing, customers, sales, marketing, advertising, and now we're down to a specific form of advertising called coupon advertising. Is everybody with me? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, I gotta first of all learn how this thing works. Oh, there we are. Okay. Let's go into some topics of our workshop. When I give this workshop, a lot of people say, oh, gee, a coupon, I call up the paper and run a coupon in the paper. How much more can there be? That's pretty much it. Not quite. There's a little bit more to it than that. This is what we're going to be talking about in the workshop here. And you can kind of, I don't want to read all of this to you, but you can kind of look at this. There's divisions of coupons, there's legalities, creating a coupon, campaigns, codes, marketing firms, redemption, analysis, statistics, strategy guidelines. This is, by the way, this is not a strategy workshop. That's really a whole other workshop. Example of an active coupon merchant. And last but not least, 10 problems of using coupon advertising. We're going to be going through this, and I'm going to tell you an awful lot about coupon advertising. There's a lot of positive things about coupon advertising. However, I would be remiss to let you walk out the door and not tell you about the negative part of coupon advertising. There is a balance to it. Okay, back on the process. I drilled you down to coupon advertising process. Now we're going to drill down even deeper than that. This is the coupon process. Really, it's pretty simple. You've got our manufacturer. Somebody's going to make something or provide a service. The next thing that's going to happen is somebody's going to develop a coupon. You're going to distribute the coupon, either digital or print. And I put targeting in there because that all depends on your strategy. Some people target, some people don't. Some it's just bulk mail or whatever. And you're going to get your coupon eventually in the hands of a customer. Okay, stop. At that point in time, in the coupon process, you have now completed about 40% of the process. The next thing is the customer may or may not take it to a merchant. If the customer has got a coupon in their hand and actually walks or goes to a merchant to redeem that, now you can add another 50% to the process, because that's ultimately what you're trying to do, right? The last part of the process is the merchant then redeems it and takes care of that final process. Remember, I was telling you about the recording, the accounting, the reporting, the analysis, and things of that nature. Once you do that, you're 100% through the whole process. This is very important here. It's a tail end, but this tells you, number one, was your coupon any good or not? Did you make money on it? Do you want to run it again? Do you want to not run it again? Et cetera, so on. Does everybody understand that? Coupon process. It's a shame this is not higher here, because I would imagine some people might be having a problem here. General questions and answers. Let's talk about that. So what is a coupon? It's a documented offer for merchandise or services that must be presented and receive a reduced purchase price. That's really what a coupon is. What's a strategy? Plan, direction, action-based or planning, decisions, and management. That's what a strategy is. We're going to be talking about some strategies, but like I said, this is not a strategy course.